now tuned into the greatest.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever this message reaches you. Listen to another episode of 6 on the podcast. I am the 5 for 9 host with sophisticated ignorance. Uncle Pooche. Hey. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back of the ass up. Welcome back. How you guys doing?
Welcome back.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hope you all are having a great holiday season. As this is dropping, I know a lot of y'all are dropping your credit cards. Some of y'all are dropping your draws. Some of y'all are dropping your sanity just to get what you want for that vanity. But we over here at 6 Feet on the podcast, we don't judge. So let me shut the fuck up. Introduce you all to the most important lady in my life, my baby. Baby, step up to the mic, tell the people who he is.
What's going on, y'all? It is your aunt, Amanda B.
Yep, that's me.
I didn't say it this time.
I see that.
I'm giving you.
Man, look at you. You got me. Darn it. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm doing good, baby. You can see we got it's a little chilly outside. A little holiday season.
Holiday season.
I don't know about that. Nah, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, Southern California is one of them funny places where, like, you don't see rain often, but when you do, man, it's like seeing the baby daddy you just hate. Ain't it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I ain't got no baby daddies, but I'm just saying, I imagine the rain to LA is like seeing a baby daddy you hate because you motherfuckers don't know what to do when you see rain.
I mean, honestly, the amount of times people was just either swerving or driving 80. Like, why are you driving 80 and it's slip sliding? You know them hills is not meant.
Motherfuckers is out here doing
for
it.
Rain.
Y'all was out here doing it for Little Saint in that rain. And I don't appreciate that.
Y'all might as well be crumping in the rain doing it. You got served. Shoot.
Nah, man. I am very happy that the weather's kind of getting a little colder because, you know,
yes.
Like my lady said, man, we got the little sweater weather. We got the matching jackets. You see and feel me. You know what I'm saying? We out here looking all cozy and beautiful because we are with Petty Cash Studios. Yes, y'all see what I did there? I'm going to always throw it back for Petty Cash. Throw it back, Petty Cash. Petty Cash.
What does Petty Cash do?
Oh, what they do?
What they do?
Make you to a pretty bitch.
Pretty bitch.
Come on, baby.
Pretty bitch.
Yeah, y'all see that? Nah, but man, thank you so very much, Mark and Alex, for always being great individuals and, you know, making us into pretty bitches over here at 6 Feet on the Podcast. We at 6 Feet on the Podcast understand that without Petty Cash, there's no us. Nah, man, dead ass though. If you do have a podcast, you do have an idea, you do have something you want to get out, bring your ass Petty Cash, bro. These people are good. They'll do you up for a good little price. And they'll do you real nice, man. And you'll look really
the price,
good.
Though.
It's the price, though. Okay?
There's a price.
There's a price. We always love to say that out loud because there are no freebies. But we'll get to that. And because this is a podcast, man, you know, I always got to tell you guys to like, subscribe, share. Hey, I got to tell you something real quickly, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. Guys, you're doing your uncle good. You're making me feel good. You're making us feel good. And we don't mean that in the Halle Berry Monster Ball way, but we
don't
mean
you ever. You know I do not like that shit. I do. And if you're old enough to know Halle Berry and the Monster Ball, just moment of fucking silence.
You want to make me feel good.
Ugh, I'm so disgusted. That's
Nah. We ain't talking about that good. But you guys, we do appreciate all the comments. We do appreciate the likes. We do appreciate the shares. We do appreciate the follows. All of it, man. We appreciate it. And so I do say that to say when you like, subscribe, share, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that.
We do.
With that being said, all right. Today's episode is sponsored by Obsession.
Why is obsessed with me? Oh, I wanna know. Because it ain't just boy. It's It's all y'all.
Nah. Obsession, man. I dead ass... I dead ass was hit with some funny stuff over the weekend. We've been having a very, very busy week when this drops. Shout outs to everybody who attended the Night Shift Gals Friendsgiving. It's giving friends. We appreciate that. You know, the Wait for Street team was out there. Thank you. Shout outs to Esprit. Yesy, you guys are fucking dope.
Kush.
Kush. Thank you. Appreciate you. You're fucking hilarious. I'm not even gonna talk about what you told me, but your stories are hilarious. Kush is a fun person.
Yeah, y'all gotta follow Kush.
If y'all know Kush,
Kush.
y'all know a good person. Killer Kush is a great person. But nah, man. I've been kind of sitting back, and I've noticed that in my current age, my life, I'm not gonna say it's less stressful, but it is becoming less chaotic by the day. And I'm thankful for that, right? And I wonder if some of that is because of just sheer age and just getting older, or is it that I have just come to the terms of the fact that I can't change what I don't control. And so with this weekend, we were super busy. A couple of times, a few people came up to us, especially me, and they were like, "Hey, love the podcast." And I was like, "Oh man, thank you. That's dope." And I'm not gonna lie, man, that's a great feeling, you know, to have people actually tell you they like your podcast in real time. Like I don't ever say anything on here with the anticipation that, oh man, they're gonna love this shit. I'm just, you know, we say what comes to mind, and if people like it, that's dope. If they don't, hey man, we'll get them with the next one, you know. But like, with that being said, I was just like, man, it's so great to know that people freely come up to us and they give us love, but it's also a trippy feeling that I can't hang my hat on. Like, you can't live on that feeling because you can't control that feeling.
Yeah.
That's a feeling of, I feel like, just plain gratitude that gradually comes with how often and how consistent we build and grow our platforms, right? But falling in love with that feeling, I think, is like literally the root work for why people, you know, get fucked up in Hollywood and fame. And I was like, man, okay. And it was funny. Like I like rode this weird wave for a second, and I thought to myself, man, I'm so glad to know that I know how to control my controllables. So today's episode is going to be an episode of which we discuss a few things, you know, that we have encountered lately that we cannot control, or things that we wish we could control. But hey, whatever. We gonna just control what we can control. And so, kicking off with that podcast feeling, I was thinking it was super funny because one of the people that brought up that they liked the podcast was Heather.
Shout out to
you, Heather.
Girl.
Shout out. As always, we love you, Heather. Use the homie, the shizzle, my nizzle. She's the homie, man. But no, like, Heather has been like one of those real supportive people who, like, you know, every time I see her, she has something to say about the podcast, and that's super cool. So I'm not saying like it's like an expectation, but like, I know she listens. Yeah, and that's like super dope. But the other person that told me, you know, shout outs to the podcast, was a person that I'm not gonna say his name because I'm gonna tell a little bit of a story about. I'm gonna tell a little bit of your business, person, but I'm gonna leave your name out of it because it's a cool story. But this person was like, "Hey man, I love your podcast." I was like, "Man, thank you, bro." And he pointed out, or they pointed out, I shouldn't say he, they pointed out that one thing they loved about the podcast was how we don't allow the issues of today fully affect our tomorrow. We aren't like saying stuff because we want political correctness, or, you know, we want people to, you know, believe. We're not saying trendy things just so to go with the flow. And I'm like, yeah, nah, bro, I never thought of it like that. Like, I'm cancel culture with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't cancel motherfuckers don't want to be canceled. That's literally my phrase I said to him. But what bro said to me was a story that I thought was so cool that I was like, man, this is what I'm trying to say to people. Like, this is how you got to move with life. Bro was like, listen, man, I understand life comes with waves. You know, he told me how, unfortunately, he was affected by the cutoff of the SNAP and the EBT, like a lot of folks was, you know? And bro said to me that, you know, my SNAP, my EBT got cut off, and I had to look at my partner, and I told my partner, let's hit the streets and let's hustle some vegetables, because they have some vegetables and stuff that they hustle. Yep. And the first thing that popped in my head was, I fucks with that.
Absolutely. We go to the store.
Yeah, like bro said he got his money cut off, and the first thing he thought to do was
go flip something.
Come on, let's go hustle on something. Let's
not
get on
go
something.
on the internet and be like,
come on now, you know.
And in reality, that whatever y'all doing, you know, freedom of speech, we got that, but half the people that are on the internet screaming are not getting up and trying to figure something else out.
No.
And I'm not saying it in a way of like, y'all need to go figure it out because I didn't even be able to get food stamps. You know what I'm saying? They gave us $13 because I had one good payday.
Nah, we got like $12 in food stamps once, and we was like, hey, it's time to party. Nah, man, but it was refreshing because that's what that was the point of bro's story. He was like, listen, I'm trying to teach my kids that sometimes in life, shit falls to the wayside and life kind of doesn't go how you want it. But what we not going to do is we not going to start crying on the internet. We not going to start begging on the corner. We going to go get something and we going to go flip something and we going to make it do what it do. And I thought it was funny because the person said that while they were out there selling on that particular day, they weren't having a good day. And their kids started crying and the person was like, hey, child, why are you crying? And the child was like, well, if we don't make any money, then how are we going to help our grandma? And the person was like, oh man, you thinking about your grandma? This money is for your Christmas money, bro. Like, this is your Christmas money.
Because
yeah. And again, shout out to that person, bro. Like hustling, flipping some vegetables or flipping items, legally that you got to. Come on, I can't condone flipping illegal certain things, but certain things are condonable. Y'all get me? Right. Anyways, but flipping stuff to make it, bro, I'm gonna always support because that's a person who understands controlling their controllables. That's a person who understands that, like, bro, you can get on the internet, you can bash president, you can bash politicians, you bash whoever the fuck you want. But at the end of the day, if your life's still fucked up, I got nothing to say. I mean, I got a lot to say, but go ahead, lay it on me. What's your opinion?
I mean, I agree with, because we're going back to just not sitting in your woes. Like, I'm definitely, raised in a family that depended on government money. But then still, because my grandma would go ahead and flip her money, or go make her little money, and then be like, oh, we can't make too much, under the table money now. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that.
Your grandma being such a concerned hustler always makes me laugh.
But concerned hustler, like, oh my God, I just cleaned this lady's house because the IRS is watching you, grandma.
Yeah. You got motherfuckers out here making big bands.
So I
they worried about Shirley.
They worry about Shirley making it work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But But see, that's the crazy thing because grandma's perspective, we can have a good chuckle at, but grandma lived through some shit that we never lived through.
Correct. No, grandma, I'm not. Yeah.
And I know you're not making fun of her.
No, but you're right.
But it is that crazy thing of like when controlling your controllables.
There was no government money.
Yeah. When grandma was alive, motherfucking the stock market was crashing. Yeah. So she had no trust in any of this. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So it is a perspective of like, I do try to have some empathy when I talk to people about controlling your controllables.
Because like a lot of it is emotion though.
Yeah, absolutely. Because listen, when I say control your controllables, I'm not talking about like surface levels. I'm sorry, levels of things that you can't control. When I really say control your controllables, I really mean like just control your emotions. I can't tell you about how many times I want to slap the shit out of so many people.
I mean, woo.
So many days, if I had $1, many moments. If I had $1, how many times I want to slap shit out of people? Okay, that
you cannot do that.
But you can't. You cannot slap people, man. That's not okay. You cannot agree with certain political points of people, but you can't pull out the blammy and make motherfuckers go nighty-night just because you don't agree with their political purposes. Correct. You see what I'm saying? Like, even though, like, I be thinking that, like, man, you better watch your mouth. Like, that's still not okay. Like, you can't do certain things. Like, at a certain point, if you want to be a successful person in the United States of America, bro, you got to learn how to control your emotions to a full extent. Now, there are certain people who say, well, so-and-so is off the hinges and they're successful.
Oh, Lord.
But do you want that level of success? Do you want that level of success?
Well, but that's and then it goes into a broader statement. They're successful. Well, your definition of success.
Yeah, true.
Because if you don't have mind, body, spirit, and money in place, then are you successful?
Facts. Yeah, because I can't stand I'm rich, so I'm successful,
I'm rich,
motherfucker.
so I'm
No,
successful,
I
but
can't
you
stand.
can't
Yeah, yeah,
you can't fill like complete an equation.
yeah. But you don't have anybody who loves you. But you don't have any loyal friends. But you don't, you can't sleep at night. No, I don't care about your money. You see, and so that's why me and a lot of people don't get along. They care too much about other people's money. You see, and that's where, like, when it comes down to me, I know if I'm feeling envious about something and it's because of a financial situation,
Yeah.
the last thing I generally ever do is blame the person who's in a better financial situation.
Yeah.
I always look at myself and say, man, what do I need to do to get some more money or better my financial situation and improve myself? I never think, how can I take something from somebody? How can somebody give me back something because somebody owed me something? If somebody owed me something, I did something wrong and loaned out something that I needed back, or I didn't know what the fuck I had. I don't know.
I mean, control your controllables. As if that person asks you for money again, then it's a no.
Absolutely.
That's my controllables. Instead of giving it again, getting mad, because that's my personal experience. Like, there's a person who continued to ask me for money, but didn't ask me anything else. How I'm doing, congratulate me. And then there's a time where you ask me for money, I don't even text you back now.
I mean,
that's dead, because they pretty much read, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, because if I didn't control my emotions based out of it, then it was going to get uglier than it could have been.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because that brings me to a portion of controlling your controllables that I talked to you about earlier, which is perception. And perception is your motherfucking reality. But we all know most people don't have the same perception, especially if you're not in a relationship that's a good relationship. There's a good chance that your perception of things is different, right? And the fact that that person thought that they were still being somewhat of a friend to you,
right,
or perceived themselves still a friend to you, although all they did was hit you up about money. I told you when that would happen, I'd be like, man, that person. And I mean, I wanted to say no disrespect, but it's like, I don't owe them no respect. But that person, I was like, they must be on drugs. They must be out of their mind. They must be somewhere gone, because how can you not see that you are not, but let me say this again. That person and people like those people clearly are controlling whatever is burning that through that brain.
Correct. So for me to control my controllables is I'm going to no longer perpetuate your shenanigans.
Clearly. Because clearly you got something going on with you.
Yeah, and you know what? I wish you well. And there was a time where I did attempt to help, and you're not using your resource appropriately. So my controllables are controlled by saying nah.
My controllables are controlled. Nah, that reminds me one time when I had worked at a place, because your uncle wasn't always young, fly, debonair, podcaster, man that I am. I had a day job. Okay. I was a cell phone salesman at a place called Sprint. And I had one of my area managers guys come in one day, right? And he was asking us questions about how work was going. And one of my coworkers just kept complaining about everything. And this is really where I learned the phrase. But after she got done complaining about everything, she just, laid it all out there and said, what do you think about that? To the area manager guy, right? And he said, I think you should try to control your controllables. We can't, and we don't know what the customer's going to do when they walk through the door. All we can do is just control how we're going to react to them. And that is definitely a catch-22, because certain things can be controlled better.
Yeah.
It's called operations. So I feel like he was kind of gaslighting her a little bit. So I've met plenty of mostly men who don't know how to operate and don't like to be told how to operate. But, that's a conversation for another day. But when it comes to like controlling your controllables, for me, I swear it really is one of those things where, like I said, I go back to, it's like my life feels less chaotic right now. And it's crazy because right now I joked about it earlier when I said I know somebody's dropping their draws and dropping credit cards. But like people right now are stressing about buying things for one day out of the year to have a feeling that like should be felt, I feel like every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Of gratitude.
Yeah,
of being
gratitude.
Grateful.
Thank you. Lay it on me, Auntie. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've obviously talked about this many of times because we've watched people struggle, just like you say, to go just to get that picture, just to be like, Yeah, you got your little easy bake oven. Yeah. No, absolutely not. I think that type of thinking doesn't leave the generations. Like, you have to break out of that. You have to break the generational curses of living outside of your means and not really controlling your controllables, because if you could not buy what you wanted to buy at the beginning of the year, unless you make a plan and a goal to save to where you'll have some cushion, and just the Christmas stuff, for an example, is the biggest. I think that's the biggest mistake. Is money management of, because people living outside their means and not really understanding the controllables. Like, you don't have to get that person a PS2 if it's going to put you behind 2-3 months.
No. I would like to say that it is very damning to see people go broke for the holidays. I mean no harm if that is something that some of you people struggle with, because I honestly think it's a illness that could be just as serious as bipolar or schizophrenia, because essentially I see people going broke during the holidays as a person who is trying to create a good, wholesome feeling, but is unfortunately willing to put themselves and others in harm's way for it. Yeah. It's like, I told you, one of the craziest things that I cannot believe is that my father, bless his heart, worked in retail for 19 years. For 19 years, my father would come home and tell us some of the crazy stories. It would be like my father worked in a place that has a W and an M in it, and it sounds like Callmart. There you have it. Anyways, while my father was working at this place called Callmart, not real name, 19 years of big ass Black Fridays and 19 years of stories that felt like World War II stories on Black Fridays. I mean, I remember Tickle Me Elmos. Motherfuckers fighting over Tickle Me Elmos, son.
Blu-ray
DVDs. Emerson televisions, 32 inches.
Microwave.
SD cards. I remember motherfuckers fighting one year over SD cards.
Something that's not even...
Those things don't exist no more, dog. Like, I mean, I'm sure they do. I'm making shit up.
We not coming
like,
for the camera world.
I mean, like, I'm, like, things ain't, they aren't as prevalent on the face that you're gonna fight a motherfucker on a cold day in November over it. And it's crazy because how this goes back to controlling your controllables was that no matter how many of those things my father and his coworkers put out, there was going to be a massive amount of people who weren't going to be able to control their fucking emotions, and they were going to stir up a problem. And that's the funny thing about controlling your controllables, is that when you kind of fall in line with controlling your controllables, you fall out of line with consumerism. I don't buy a lot of shit. We don't have children, so we really don't do Christmas on the traditional level of other people. But even if we did, I definitely wouldn't be buying a whole bunch of shit.
Well, I think even like if we did have kids, I think we both have an understanding that like we're going to kind of change the tradition in our home, because that's what we've kind of come to. Because again, I am shaking that feeling that you have to go broke. Yeah. To please. And that's not just for Christmas. It's just the most common thing. Birthdays, events, you know what I mean?
I guess, okay, like, so to your point, right? What I always found bothersome was something that you pointed out earlier, and I alluded to, was that you should feel these feelings that you feel on Christmas every single day. I never felt better about my parents on Christmas because they got me a bike. I never felt better about my parents on Christmas because they got me that Xbox. Like, I felt how I felt about my parents 365 every single fucking day. On Christmas, it was even doper because, like, hey, and like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm a direct kid. And you can ask my parents straight up. I tell them straight up, like, hey, man, I appreciate having a Christmas. I know motherfuckers don't get this. I understood as a child, like, the abnormality of like being able to say you wake up with your mom and dad both on a holiday, something that I know you don't feel. And so that's why I feel like it's such a big deal to teach people about controlling your controllables, because let's get on the flip side of this. Let me talk on the flip side of this, the privilege side, which is don't tread on people, or do not, during this time of the year, bro, think about other people than yourself. And when I say other people than yourself, I don't mean just your immediate people. Because like one thing I do not like the older I get is the lack of understanding of that not everybody has the same family dynamic to go home to, or will ever have the same family dynamic that is shown on television ever in their life.
We watch you. I mean, we watch.
Come on now.
We watch YouTube videos all the time about the failed sitcom shows they try to make about that perfect family or the family dynamic.
Or just like, for example, we watched the other day Jingle All the Way.
That was terrible. His overworking ass, not promising. He's not upholding his promise to his family. Okay, or his son. He just feels like he can buy him something, and then everything's all better. He ain't even buy the thing he was supposed to buy. The one thing you were supposed to buy.
And then you give it to Sinbad.
And then you gave it to Sinbad, because the lesson is it's not about the doll.
But the kid show made it sound like about the doll the whole time.
The whole time.
Fuck you, kid. Okay. Kid from Jingle All the Way, you were fucking annoying.
And you know what? He could have controlled his controllables by planning better.
Thank you. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I want to point out again. It was like growing up, my luckily with my father working inside of retail, like my mother got a good dibs on getting things on sale, or like how things were worked out. So it was like my dad like worked inside the store. Like my father was the inside man. Again, a privilege, bro. Like I'm super privileged in this shit. Like definitely appreciate, like, of my thanks, Pops. Like appreciate the PlayStation too. You know what I'm saying? But it was like understanding that dynamic of what I lived in and what was shown on television, like that was such a man. That was an unwarranted, unnecessary dynamic, bro. Like that whole running around on Christmas trying to like beat the crowd and beat
on
people
the day,
up
on the actual day
of Christmas Eve.
We're supposed to go to the parade.
And the fact that I know that there are people out here right now that's like, man, fuck you, Pooche. I'm going Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Hey, man, shout out to you.
You know, we're not sitting here. We're not dogging you.
No.
Okay, if the shoe fit, put your sock in it. But we just said control your controllables.
Yeah, because I know you out there acting a fool.
Control your controllables.
You in Topanga Mall right now acting a fool.
I mean, that goes all the way up to like the community you have around. Like, it's okay for somebody to get tired of listening to you talk about how X, Y, and Z isn't working out. But there was about 3 different scenarios in that story where I knew you could have did better.
You see,
and that's not there to judge. I'm an open ear, especially if you're my friend. But then when am I a good friend if I just keep letting you be
come on now, auntie.
Down the hill with Jack and Jill.
We know. Sorry, just gotta check time. We know a good thing about assholes. You gonna put your asshole on the spot? Just play.
No,
I'm just playing. Nah, assholes are people who ask questions and ask, you to do things, or they bring up scenarios where they, need answers on things, and you like, man, you could have went different directions.
I think that if you're in a scenario that makes you think like we could have controlled this, then you have to now put it on yourself to either put your best foot forward to help them change, or you need to put your best foot forward to get the fuck away and go to a place where you can control your controllables. Because in life, you're not going to always be able to control even the controllables that you think that person could have controlled.
Nah, man. See, that's why I try not to think for other people's brains.
I don't, but that's also a big thing of control your controllables, as in get off that person's mind. But if I kind of said that in a work sense.
Yeah, no, I get
like you're making my job harder.
No, I get it.
And that's where you have to control your controllables, i.e. your emotions, because people, I know people are dumb. I know people are not smart. I'm not smart in everything. There's areas and activities where people strive. They thrive.
Thrive like the wind, bullseye.
I said strive because they strive to thrive.
And they strive to thrive.
But then there's other areas where,
Yeah, no.
Put a sock in it.
No, I get it. No.
I can't flip the tables over every time somebody at my job
does something.
Did something I would not have a job.
Yeah.
But there was a time where I flipped the table over.
Yes.
Because a goddamn Brittany wasn't doing what Brittany was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And I flipped the table because I was 21 years old.
And you lost the job.
And I lost the job.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, and the crazy part is that you said something big there. You said I was 21.
Correct.
So we're going to accept
21,
that
22.
at 21, you maybe was flipping tables. I'm not going to say it was okay for you to flip tables at 21, but you was 21.
I mean, I flipped tables about 3 years ago, too. I had to literally learn. You got to keep learning. You got to control your controllables. You're getting the same outcome.
Yeah.
Control your controllables. You're getting the same outcome. I cannot control that Polo Tink Tink over there. Is not getting it.
Do you hear me?
Because if you give them all the tools, you've exhausted all your resources, you've went ahead and went through in communication, and they're not getting it, then control your controllables and clock out and go.
Boom, boom, bow.
Because it's going to come back around for them.
Absolutely.
Eventually, somebody's going to figure out they don't know what they're doing.
At time.
And I know that's kind of hard to believe because you might be sitting right next to, you know, Jack and Jill rolling down the hill.
I feel like that's only hard to believe if you don't allow yourself to. So.
Do you feel like it's like an open-minded?
Well, I was going to say that, but I believe open-minded is not really what I was looking for. I was going to say it does start with some form of open-minded, but grace. Yeah. You don't need to even stress about certain things because, like, back to my point, my life is less chaotic. I didn't mention that, like, I've also allowed myself grace.
Lots of grace. Yeah.
I've given myself patience. Like, I love that you guys watch this podcast. Matter of fact, stop. I'm going to do something cool. You guys watching this podcast, please like it right here if you're still watching. Usually I'm not watching by this time, but if you are, please like it.
Please like, put a, what you want to put
thumbs up? Yeah, please.
Put your lighters up.
Yeah, thumbs up. Nah, but seriously though, I appreciate people watching the podcast and I appreciate everything that we have going on, but I do understand that, like, I want this to be more. Mm-hmm. I want this to be bigger. I would like to have more viewers. I would like to have more subscribers, but I also need to give myself time. I need to give myself patience. I need to give this thing grace. Mm-hmm. People will come if I keep doing it. Right. But if I stop and I get upset and I start worrying about stuff I cannot control, which is why aren't more people watching, then I will then end it because I'm not doing it technically for the right reasons. I come to do this because, one, I thoroughly enjoy it. And two, I hate to say it like this because the analogy has been ran so much into the ground. But at one point, it was like therapy for me. I don't like using that analogy now, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it does feel therapeutic in a certain way to do this. But yeah, that's why I do it. I don't do it because, hey man, listen, man, we trying to get that DraftKings sponsorship. We trying to be like Drewski. We trying to be like Kaisenet or whatever. Now, like, here's the thing, man. Like, that's not a diss to none of those dudes. As like to be at that level, it's definitely something to strive to, but it's not something that I'm waking up every day with it on my mind.
I'm not gonna not do what we're doing because we're not doing what they're doing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna stop because I can't control the fact that, you know, people can't just Google my name or just know me for me. I can't stop because when people look at me and I think they recognize me, they really think they just see.
Schoolboy Q.
Thank you. I'm not Schoolboy Q. Thank you. I don't know what you guys were saying there. Okay.
I mean, you learned that too. Just like I said, I had to flip out at multiple places to realize that I need to control that.
Yep. No, it's a living you learn.
Yeah, because I made that mistake in like 2017 where I was trying to make little videos and do that. And like my people were watching, but the people that I wanted to watch weren't watching, weren't sharing. They weren't commenting on it. So then I was like, well, why am I doing this? When people were watching it, but the people that I wanted to watch it, I was not controlling my controllables, i.e. interacting with the people who interacted with me. So I completely stopped. And I completely didn't do media for like 2 more years after that because I was like, well, the person that I want to watch is just not watching. I thought they were like my best friend ever in the world.
Man, that's why.
And that's my fault. That's nobody's fault but my fault. And my insecurities and me not really honing in on what I can control. And that is the level of audience that was participating in my work. Like, what do you want? A whole goddamn crowd of people? What you gonna do with a crowd of people?
You don't even know.
You don't even know what to do with these 10 people commenting and you mad because it wasn't 11? and it wasn't the person you wanted. So you could interact with them because you know how to interact with them. But I wasn't being like, with the other 10 people because I don't know them. That's terrible. That's why I didn't make it.
Yeah. No.
And I stopped instead of just continuing. Because once you continue like we do, you realize that those people that you wanted to watch don't meet your heroes, first of all. Second of all, you realize that their impact isn't even the impact you need.
No, ma'am. Secondly, editing the spot. Thirdly, you realize your why. Mm-hmm. When you realize your why, which we spoke about on like 10 episodes now, all that other shit falls to the wayside. When your why becomes your reason, you just show up. It's like literally like clocking into your day job, which again, that's what your passion has to be. I'm gonna be keeping it so 100 with you guys. Your uncle don't get paid what you think he gets paid for this. I am still on the hustle, okay? On the grinding. You know what I'm saying? No, we out here, and I'm not ashamed to say that because one, the numbers should reflect that they're not that large, but two, it's also just something I like to say to people because I don't like to give off anything that's fugazi. You know, I like to keep it 100 with people. If someone asks me how to make it in LA, I would tell them how you make it in LA. It's what you make it in LA. You really don't make it in LA until you decide, this is what I feel like is making me happy in LA. Because there's a lot of people who's making some stuff in LA, but what I can tell you is they ain't happy with what they're doing or what they're making. So are they really making anything? No. I'd rather control my controllables of knowing that I am making this with my lady, with people that I like interviewing, with people I like being around, with people who, respect me, respect my time, but people who want to be here. Correct. I'm not big on like, and if anybody's watching this, I mean this with all due respect. Like, I'm not big on being like, hey, does anybody want to be on the podcast? One, because like that wouldn't even land to like genuine connection. And two, because no, I don't want to do that.
Well, that's not where you are at this time. And just like we talked about on many episodes, we're in the same groups and communities of people who be doing shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like everybody that's been on this podcast is doing something.
Absolutely.
And just because you feel like because you didn't see it on Hulu, they not doing something? Because you didn't have to pay to subscribe?
Hulu. Yeah, nigga only making it. Yeah, that's funny because like we've heard, I won't say comedian's name, but we've heard people say that, like comedians who have said, like, you only are recognized by the platforms you're on, but like people won't respect certain platforms, depending on where you are on. Like, there's motherfuckers like, I'm on Hulu, like, I'm on ABC, like that. I don't.
Correct. Them sitcom folks be beefing in themselves. So I
don't got time for it.
Just think outside.
I just. Again, thinking outside the box, I only control what I can control, which is I like the people that we bring on, so we bring those people on. I like where we are. I like how we're doing it. I don't allow myself to stress out to the point, because to Auntie's point, I never necessarily started like and quit to the point where I could tell you I fully started. I just didn't get off the porch. Every time I even began, I just thought, this wasn't for me, or I don't know, it's not for me, or I don't have the face for it. Whatever excuse, you got an excuse, I had it. You know what I'm saying? And so, similar to what she was saying, I didn't think that people that I wanted to interact with my stuff would interact with my stuff, so I didn't want to do it. I'm here to tell you guys, if that's your thought process, you got one or two options. Go get yourself a nice day job and never try to do this shit ever. Or get that shit out of your head, because it's not going to work. You can't keep that thought in your head. You can't create content for people who you want to like stuff. Once you put content out, it's out there in the world. There it is. I can't tell you who's going to like it. I have content that's floating out there in the world right now. There are certain people who are liking it. I don't think I really like those people. But guess what? I can't do nothing about it.
Right.
People have recently commented on some of our posts primarily on YouTube, and I don't really like some of the feedback, but
that was my what we gonna do, argue ourselves to death?
No, I'm not gonna argue with them.
Like,
no. I'm not. While I shoot your comment, yes, But if you comment after I comment, oh man, you talking to yourself now.
You turn to yourself now.
No,
I'm not arguing with you.
You said something to me, so I said something back to you. That's it.
Right.
But outside of that, bro, this is the fucking internet. I am not about to beef with nobody on no fucking internet because beef is real. But it ain't real on my internet. So
yeah. And it's like it's not gonna stop.
Absolutely.
So like are you trolling?
I was just gonna say, are you trolling?
Are you trolling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
We see who did not compliment you in school.
Oh man.
Or we see who got too complimented in school, and now you ain't got no attention. You're wrong. Oh baby.
Oh baby. No, trolls are one of those funny things where you could be like, you can allow them to annoy you. You can allow a troll to upset you. You can allow trolls to, get underneath your skin, but you can also allow yourself to not be bothered. You know,
controlling. You're controllable, and it's not that easy.
It literally has troll in it, baby,
and it's not that easy. Obviously, like it takes a lot of work.
No,
like it really takes a lot of work. You better journal. I have a shut the fuck up journal.
Oh man, me too.
Everybody that I be wanting to tell just shut the fuck up, I write it down.
Yep.
Because I had to get to that place because there's a time where I turn around and I look in your face and I tell you shut the fuck up.
Can't do that.
Because and it's just like a wave. Because, if you grow up as I did as a mute, because I did not speak to my family like that very much, and I didn't really speak my mind.
Yeah.
And then I remember when my middle school bully, who followed me to high school and tried to take my $5. And I said no, and I snatched my $5 back, and she pushed me. I punched her in her face. See, that was the wide range of not understanding how to control my emotions, because I was to the point where I want to be nice to everybody. Mm-hmm. And then I got to the point where, listen, you're getting on my nerves, I punch you in the face. There was no balance. I had to literally learn as an adult, like you said earlier. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
You can't do that.
No, can't do it.
They gotta control. Because karma don't play about you, baby. Because that same girl show asked me how I stayed in LA.
Lord Jesus.
Humbly, I say that. I put a lot of head bob into it because...
No, I get it, man.
Control.
Nah.
Controller.
Nah, control is one of those things where I can say that with reflection, I know I didn't start even knowing that control was something that I had until I realized that I didn't actually have it. So I thought I had control, but I didn't have it at all, which may sound confusing, but once you go through it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You think you have it because it's like, because you're getting older, you get an age. People put a label on you, like, you grown now, you got it.
Yeah.
So you feel like you have control.
But you don't.
You don't.
You don't. No.
Do you feel like control and discipline is like the same thing?
No. I feel like they go hand in hand,
like,
though.
I don't feel it, but I was just asking what your
opinion. Oh, yeah,
no.
I don't, I get what you're saying.
Like, if somebody feels like, if they say they have discipline.
Yeah. If you have discipline, I feel like you have the understanding that control is something that needs to be flexible. It's not always, I think the term's linear. It's not straight. It's now it's not like I'm describing sexuality.
Yeah.
But no, control is a weird thing of which is not, in a straight line. It comes with waves. I told you about that before. Like, I've had plenty of times in my life where I'm like, damn, son, like, I now realize that, like, maybe I'm a little more up than I was. Okay. Now I must control my instincts of wanting to do a little bit more because I feel like I'm up. No. Maybe we need to still feel like we down. Right. But then I told you about this. What I'm not into is this ideal of humility. I don't feel like it is my responsibility to walk around as a humble individual. Now, I'm going to say it is not my responsibility to walk around like a jackass, a cocky asshole. No. But one needs to understand that to avoid being called a jackass or a cocky asshole, that is possible if you have this thing called self-awareness. I am a self-aware individual. I know I have skills. I know I have abilities. I know I have these things, but I don't need to walk around bragging about these things. I don't need to walk around telling people about these things. Some people like my work. They don't even know it's me. Some people see my work and they know it's me and they don't like it. Cool. I care no less about it because today I got paid. But with that being said, if you think any of that statement was me sounding cocky and not me being self-aware of the value I bring to the table, then I want you to know that you are an insecure motherfucker. And I understand you are an insecure motherfucker because I once was you. I have value. I understand my value. I wish one day that you understand your value too. So with that being said, I know that I can control my value by having self-awareness of when to stick around, when to leave, when to elevate, when to say, okay, man, maybe just because we're doing good right now doesn't mean we need to go buy 2, 3, 4 fucking cars. Nope. And not to even say like I got it like that to go buy 2, 3 motherfucking cars, but to say like, that's controlling your controllable. Because sometimes you get to the point, like I said, with privilege, where you're like, oh man, like I'm doing so good. Maybe I think I can do a little bit more so I can take on more because I can control it. No, you can't. Leave it alone. Stop. You're over consuming. You're trying to buy Tickle Me Elmos for a kid that ain't gonna remember that damn Tickle Me Elbow.
Right. Oh
man. In 2 months. You see, and that's a big thing because this is a time of the year where people are not controlling their spending habits.
Yeah.
They are out there spending to, feel something. Again, I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but to feel something that is not real, that should be felt all year. But because we have been taught to not control ourselves by the fucking movies like Jingle All the Way and in Miracle on 34th Street, I don't even know what that fucking movie's about. But we've been taught crazy shit from these holiday movies. And I'm just like, man, do not watch them movies. Watch the movies, but don't believe them. Don't fall into these tropes, man.
Yeah,
this is
lots
bullshit.
of tropes. Luckily, yeah. Woo, we've kind of grown out of the tropes.
Some.
We're in a better trope time.
But
control your controllables, i.e. do not let the movies lead your emotions.
Oh my goodness. Nah, man. I think one of the worst things about this is that no matter what we say, there's still, well, the upside to this though, I will say, because we didn't really touch on it, is that you do have now with online shopping and shit like that, less violence around the time period of people busting out and doing crazy shit in malls, which is cool. And I love that. But I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and hop on the record and tell y'all to like, man, don't stress yourself out about getting stuff this year in Christmas, bro. Like you're a great parent, man. You're a great son. You're a great daughter. You're going to do, great things. If you feel like you wish you can buy stuff for your family right now, but you couldn't get it this year, it's always next year, bro. Things aren't, I like to think that most of us aren't materialistic assholes. I could be wrong, but I like to think that. I'm sure I'm wrong, but I like to think that. Your kids are going to love you for you. They don't want, they don't need the new toy to make them feel like you're worthy. Kids, if you get made fun of in school because you don't have certain things, let me tell you something. Them people that's making fun of you are most likely going to go to jail, or they're going to die really young.
Yeah,
because karma don't play. So if you're out here and you're a kid and you making fun of kids who not getting like big things for Christmas, fuck you. I'm just gonna say that.
You are gonna hit.
Yeah, something bad's gonna happen to you, dog. But yeah,
your toe.
Anything you gotta tell the people. You got some stuff. I think by this time you'll have some stuff coming up, right?
Yeah, the Night Shift Gals is gonna be putting on their last hoorah, a little holiday event.
Hoorah!
Cushmas. So make sure that y'all follow the Night Shift Gals along with follow the Aunt Amanda B _ along with the 6 Feet Under podcast. When you follow the Night Shift Gals, you'll see everything we got going on. So.
Booyah!
Boop, 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 boop.
Yes, yes, yes. And always shout outs to the ever so delectable, tasteable, irresistible
what
brand wafers. Shout outs to wafers. Guess I was smoking earlier. Wafers in the house, smoking on sun grown. Smoke what comes from the sun.
Smoking on.
Use a bum. Shout outs to everybody who's been coming to those focus groups. We appreciate all of y'all. Shout outs to the people who pulled up last week.
Yeah.
To the Friendsgiving thing again. I appreciate y'all. Shout outs to Loud Bucks. You guys are fucking dope as fuck. Thank you for doing that cool ass thing at UCLA Canna Club.
Absolutely.
That was dope. We appreciate you guys. So yeah, shout outs to Loud Bucks again. But yeah, man, this holiday season, man, don't allow yourself to go crazy because you trying to impress somebody's lady or somebody else's baby. Okay, accept where you are in life and keep it pushing, man. Don't let this little time of the year, drive you up the fucking wall. And that's all I gotta say, man. All right, so we got a listener letter. You ready?
I'm ready.
All
I
right.
haven't had a listener letter.
We have not had a listener letter in a minute, man. We've been a little bit busy, man. We have a person who wants to be called Miss Jackson.
Oh, sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yes. All right, so I want to get a BBL.
Okay.
And my baby daddy / fiance makes enough to easily pay for it. I don't make as much as him, but I've saved up enough to get it done myself. My fiance doesn't want me to get it because he's against plastic surgery. But I want my body back right before our wedding. I guess she feels like her body wasn't right.
Understood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Side note, I've been in the gym, so my stomach is looking good, but I just want a nicer booty for our wedding day pictures, and I feel like I deserve it.
Oh. Okay.
My fiance said that having a fake butt will make sex worse, and he's afraid I could die during surgery. I respect his concern, but I feel like he's just overthinking things.
I'm trying to fix my face. It's a really hard thing to do when you do.
I see that.
I'm sorry.
I want to respect his feelings, but I'm going to get the surgery. How do I convince him that this is for me and not him?
No.
Miss Jackson.
No. Miss Jackson, yeah, you gonna stay Miss Jackson.
Are you nasty, Miss Jackson?
You gonna stay Miss Jackson, and you're not gonna become whoever his last name is. Yeah, this is dumb. Miss Jackson, the man said he didn't want to. He asked you to marry him for a reason, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so control your controllables. Okay? And understand that, one, you didn't have the means to do it, but you saved enough, but you still want him to support you to do it yourself. You gonna have to save up to do a whole lot of other things because he's gonna leave you.
Damn.
And obviously, why are you getting... I mean, not obviously. I just said obviously. I don't know. She done got me flustered.
Yeah, she got you flustered.
Because why are you marrying him if he likes you this way and he... Like, you had to have known, or you just thought of this. See, my answers are just short and all over the place because we always get this type of like non-negotiable ass people in relationships.
Yeah, like people who write us are always like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen, and that's what's gonna happen.
And I don't think he a bad person because he don't want you to. I think it's a lot of upkeep as well, and I think that he is dedicating his whole life to you. So I think that his concerns are valid.
I mean, if he gonna be staring at the ass for the rest of his life, I think his opinion does matter.
If you've been in the gym, Miss Jackson, just keep, you got it, girl, just squat it. You got it, girl, just squat it. Everybody, you need to get some protein, get some oatmeal.
See, here's my thing. Miss Jackson gonna hear this and be like, well, that's easy for you to say, auntie. And then gonna be judgmental. Maybe she feel like she got to get to this. Maybe she feel like she said it's for her.
This is my opinion. She asked my opinion.
But she said it's for her though.
I feel like I understand that, but you are not just you. You're going to marry somebody. If it was just you living in a shack by yourself, then maybe that we would be more open to telling you that maybe it's your family. Maybe your mama was like, are you sure you want to do that? Because bitches die when they do that, right? But this is somebody who you're literally like legally about to bind to. Like if that man died, you got to figure out what to do.
Well, that's the crazy part.
And if you die,
that's like, damn, my lady's dead.
Well, you didn't get to marry you yet.
And that's your baby daddy too.
Oh yeah, that's her baby daddy.
Yeah, she said my baby daddy fiance.
Oh, and you have kids.
Because that's why she said she's getting her body back.
And I understand that. I don't have kids, so I'm not fully judging you on having that thought in your head. I mean, I've wanted to get my body back just because I have not had any control And I have went off the rails in alcoholism, right? And I gained a whole bunch of weight. I had to then put in the work to drop the weight, and I still don't feel like I'm at a weight that I want to be at, right?
Yeah.
But if I came to you and I said I want to get a tummy tuck,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't support that,
Yes, I don't want you to do that. No, I'm good off that.
because and then obviously women gonna be like, well, we just gonna let a man tell us what we gonna do, and you just gonna let the man tell you what you want to do.
If you said this is why I'm getting tummy tuck, and I would tell you I don't want you to do it. But if you decided to say, well, this is what I want to do, and this is the health reasons of why I want to do it. Literally, if you came to me and said it was the health reasons, I wouldn't turn my head at you, no way. But if you told me it's for vanity reasons, we would have problems. If you wouldn't got plastic surgery for vanity reasons, we would have problems, because I don't. Why are you doing this? I don't want you doing this. Like,
yeah.
But again, that doesn't mean you can't do it.
I mean, again, because
I'm just telling you, we gonna have problems.
How do I convince him?
She did say that. She said,
how do I convince him? Well, I feel like it's not going to. This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like even if he get caves in and he's like, okay, well, you look good. Like, he is thinking for your future.
Well, your health too. Yeah.
And your health.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're also not wanting to. I feel like what the compromise was you saving up your own money.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she saved up her own money to pay for her own surgery is impressive. But it's like, I'm thinking, you saying you guys get married, you guys said you already got a kid. I'm like, damn, can't you put some of that money probably to the wedding or like saving?
I mean, again,
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm controlling my
myself.
controllables.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let you grind my gears no more, Miss Jackson.
Because you grinded.
We're not judging. I'm just giving my opinion per her request. And I'm not helping you convince that man to let you get that. I don't know what to do.
I say this, Miss Jackson, if your dude said don't do it, please don't do it. You guys are a team, and I feel like this is gonna open up a door of a slippery slope of you do what you want with your money, and I'm gonna do what I want with my money, and I don't think that's healthy in a good relationship.
Maybe he also doesn't think it's conducive for like your future into like you saved up that money. What can you put that money to? But that is again how I think.
Yeah.
I don't even barely put makeup on. And again, I'm not flaunting that. I just have a preference.
Yeah, nah. Everybody has their own style, man. Some people will probably think how much money you spend on hair product is astronomically
and they do
stupid.
think it because, like, man,
yeah,
Jesus.
So
okay, also be just
yeah. So it comes and goes, bro. But it is one of those things where I'm just like it. I don't think you need to enhance your body, Miss Jackson, especially not your butt. You said you're in the gym, so like Auntie said, like just keep at it, like just keep squatting, like obviously everybody's blessed in different ways, but going to get your booty done, I feel like you're trying to speed up a process. And Auntie said it also, that's a lot of upkeep.
Well, you better go outside every fucking day. Shit, there it go.
You better go show that thing off every day.
Like, well, after recovery, you better have every bunch of shit lined up.
Oh my God.
I want to see photo shoots.
Oh my
God. I want to see you walk around.
I want to see that ass everywhere.
I want to see it everywhere.
Oh my God. If Auntie pay for a BBL.
Please, I want to see it everywhere. And make it make sense.
Make your BBL
Please
make
do
sense.
not over there. Don't be looking like that.
Make your BBL make sense.
Make it make sense, please. To the world, not you.
Sensible BBLs. That's funny.
Sensible BBLs.
That's the name of the episode. I just think that the safety thing is the biggest thing. So, Miss Jackson, don't do it. I'm sorry. I am for real. Auntie, I love you. I would never tell you to get a BBL because clearly you don't need one. And that's why I married you. Just kidding. We out for real this time.
Don't cancel.
We out for real this time. Thank you guys for sticking back. We thought we was gone last time. This is the for real time. We out. I forgot we had a letter. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Alex. You guys are fucking rad. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All that shit. Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. Let it snow.